Hi everyone, Long Distance Nana here for another episode of helping you stay connected with your grandkids. Moments that matter no matter the distance. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marianne and I'm also known as Long Distance Nana. And if you're returning, thank you. And I hope you've subscribed to my channel so that you will see the latest videos and ideas I have to share with you. So as I begin this channel, I thought I would share some of the different ways that you can stay in touch with your grandkids digitally. I will share in future episodes ways more traditional that don't involve technology, but I thought I'd start with sharing some of the ways, some of the technologies that can support you as you try to keep that connection alive between you and your grandchildren. So the first one and the obvious one and the one that we use the most is FaceTime. And what I love about FaceTime is that you don't need to schedule it. You don't need any fancy equipment other than your phone. And it can be more spontaneous than some of the other applications that I'll share with you. The other one is WhatsApp. And WhatsApp is great, especially if you are in a different country with different phone regulations. WhatsApp is a great way to keep in touch with your grandchildren. So WhatsApp and FaceTime do not require you scheduling an event. The other ones that I've used are Zoom, but Zoom does require you to send a link with a scheduled time when you're going to meet. And also it has limitations. If you have the free version, I think the video is still at 30 minutes for the free version, but longer than a 30-minute video call is probably not something that's going to happen anyways. Other ones are Microsoft Teams, and that one, if you use it for work, you're probably familiar with that. And there's also a new one, or maybe it's not new, but I hadn't heard of it before, called Messenger Kids, and that's also a free app. And when I looked at it, it's a little bit too advanced for our grandson. He's only 2.5, but it has games that you can play online and other things that you can do together. Another one is Marco Polo, which is not live though. You would record a video and send it to your child in the Marco Polo app. So you could read them a story, send them a little message, and they could look at it when they get up in the morning or when they go to bed. And another one that I found called Caribu, which was designed by a parent during COVID. And it has books you can read, games you can play. It is a paid subscription though, so I kind of stay away from the paid subscription ones and tend to go with the ones that are free. So my favorite is FaceTime and WhatsApp because those ones are spontaneous and they require really very little prep, and all you need is a phone. One thing I will say, it's a good idea to have some kind of stand that you can put your phone on. I have an inexpensive one from Amazon, so you're not standing there holding your phone the whole time. And also, I've learned from experience to have a backup battery because on more than one occasion, my phone the batteries died during our call, and you're scrambling to find your phone charger and is it near to where you're sitting. So I have it for traveling too as well, just a little battery backup. So I can just plug that in when I'm on a FaceTime call. Now, things to do when you're, things to do with your grandkids when you're online. So weekly video calls are great. And if you can have a set time, that's ideal, but it's not necessary. We don't have a set time. Ours seem to be more spontaneous, but if you have a set time, maybe it's Sunday morning breakfast, it's Nana time, and you know Nana's going to FaceTime or you're going to FaceTime with Nana, that's great. But you can be spontaneous too. You don't feel pressured to have a set time. Also, be flexible because sometimes you might have a set time, and we are in Ottawa, our grandson is in Vancouver, so there's a 3-hour time difference. And so that we have to take into consideration. And also stuff happens. They're a young family and they have things on the go. So if they've scheduled to FaceTime at 7 o'clock our time or 7 o'clock BC time, it might not happen. It might be the next day. So be flexible and don't feel hurt if it doesn't happen. I'm sure you remember how busy it is having little ones at home. So be flexible and be patient. Also, shared photo streams is another good way. You don't always have to be live. So I have a photo frame And mine particular one is Nick's Play, which I love. And it sits on just in our living room. And I love scrolling, well, I don't scroll through, the frame scrolls through the pictures and seeing the ones of our grandson when he was tiny, just born. And it's not only pictures of our grandson, it's our entire family, things that are happening in our family. So that's a great one as well. Also, Google Photos you can use. You can have a safe space to share photos. Our grandson is not on social media at all. So we have some other things in place where I can see pictures of things that are happening in his day. And I must tell you that really helps me feel connected. And the other one they have is Family Time. Is it called Family Time? Family Time. And it's another photo sharing site. There is a free level, and a paid level. I believe they have the free level. Obviously with the paid level you have options of more things, but there they can share photos and little videos of what our grandson is up to, and we can share photos and videos of things that we're up to as well. And it's a small community of his grandparents and some other special people in his life who have access to that. So that's another good one to look into. And I'm sure there's a lot more that I don't know about, but photo sharing is great. Or you can just go outside and take a little photo and share it with him, and then that's a point of discussion for your next call. That's something fun to do as well. Also, the other day when I was outside, I took a couple of little videos, one of footprints in the snow, which is something we see a lot around here. And it's just a short little clip. So I will send it to him and he could watch it before our video call. Or if you're on Zoom, you could do it, you could watch it during your video call, or Microsoft Teams, I believe, as well. So that's a good idea. I'll pop them below because they're kind of cute. And another one, I was just looking at the bird feeder and there was a whole bunch of birds flying in and out, and there was a little squirrel at the bottom. Just quick, short little videos to act as a prompt for what we're going to discuss in our video calls. Other ones are voice messages. Even your grandson or granddaughter hearing your voice, a little message, good luck on your test today, or have fun at your BMX race, I wish I was there, send me pictures when you're done. Just little messages so that they know you're thinking of them, and it keeps the connection alive. Digital story time is another one, and I'm going to be going into more of these topics more in depth in future videos. I've set up a whole Nana library on a private YouTube channel for my grandson, so when I read him stories, he can go and click on the story. Ideally, he's not quite old enough yet, but he'll have a little library when he is. He can click on the picture of the book, find the book in his library, because I record the book and then I send him the book, and then he can sit down and listen to me read it. And I started that when he was very young because I was so worried he wasn't going to know who I was or know my voice. And since then, as I've been on this journey for a couple of years, I realized he does remember who I am. But there's nothing like a little voice calling, Nana. It just really does melt your heart. So digital storytelling, there's lots of books online as well. Almost every book you can find a read aloud online. And again, on a Zoom call, you could read it together. And some of the apps allow you to read books together as well. And also digital playtime. So digital playtime might be both of you having something the same that you're going to play with together. Play-Doh is a good example. And I have a video coming up on a little care package I'm sending out to our grandson to mark I'm just doing 10 days of Christmas because he's only 2, not 24 days of Christmas. And so watch for that. The first week of December, I'm going to be having a 5-day series on keeping the holidays close. And that will showcase different ways that you can make the holidays meaningful, even if you're far away. Digital letters or postcards. So there are some apps, or you could just make something up in Canva and then send it off to them in just an email or something. They just love knowing that you're thinking about them, and seeing their name in print is always fun for them as well. So hopefully those are some ideas. And as I said, I will be going into more in depth in all of these ideas that I've shared with you quickly. in the upcoming segments. I go live with a full video on Wednesday, but in between you'll see shorts, which are just quick little ideas that you can use with your grandkids. So for this episode, I have put together 5 things to consider on your weekly video call. It's a PDF. It's available in the downloads. So I know some people still like paper. If you're like me, former teacher, you know what paper is all about. So there's some specific little tips on here to help you stay connected and to give you some ideas of things to do on your video calls. So the first one was keep it predictable. And as I said, that's not always possible. So if it can be predictable, that's great. If you have to reschedule, that's great too. Create a cozy Nana corner, and you can see over there I have my little Grandma Wishes book, and there is Grandpa Wishes book. And our son and daughter-in-law gave us those books when we found out we were going to be grandparents. So I might have the book there that I'm going to read him to show just show him what's coming up. And that little bell is the little bell I use to ring when it's time to turn the page. And we'll get more into that on another video. Bring a simple activity to do together. It can be something you've found out in nature that you want to show him, or something that they've found out in nature that they want to show you. Follow their energy. This is important. Our grandson didn't have a lot of screen time before we started doing FaceTime calls. Typically when they're really young, the FaceTime call is really with the parents. During some of our first FaceTime calls, he was grabbing for the phone, and he was running around the room, and he's 2. So for him to sit for a FaceTime call is not always ideal. So go with the flow. If they're running around showing you things, one day he was showing us how to do a somersault. One day he was showing us his trucks. One day he was cooking me soup at his little kitchen. Just go with the flow. You have to be flexible and remember that they're kids and they have an agenda as well. And really, the purpose of the call is for you to be part of their lives. So if they're doing something and want to share it with you, that's actually awesome. And the last one is end with a Nana ritual. So my Nana ritual is, see you later, sending you a kiss, send it back. And then our grandson kind of does the same. He's just getting to the point where he can actually throw the kiss to you instead of just kissing his own hands. But that's our little end ritual. So I think if you have an end ritual, then it helps the kids know that the call is over, because you do want to have not a really long call. And also it just sends them a sweet little message at the end of the video that you're thinking of them, and you can still send them a kiss even though it's across the miles. So I hope you got some ideas. Look for the PDF. It's going to be in the link below, linked in the description below. I hope you've signed up for my YouTube channel, and if you hit the notification button, then you will know when I go live. So be watching for the first week of December. It will be a 5-day series where I will be sharing different things and different ways that you can stay connected over the holidays, because the holidays are a tricky time when you really do miss your loved ones being close by. But we can still create moments that matter, no matter the distance. See you in the next video.